Hi, I'm Steve DeWitt, Director of Public Policy for the Association for Career and Technical Education. Today I'm standing in front of the Rayburn House Office Building on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. And I'm going to take you inside that building to demonstrate a face-to-face meeting with a member of Congress. Even though I'm doing this demonstration at the federal level, you can also apply these principles when you're meeting with your state legislator or with a local official. And you might be asking, why should I conduct a meeting in person with my federal legislator? I think the answer is because when you're meeting in person and presenting arguments about why CTE is so important, it makes a more persuasive argument than when you're emailing or even phoning. Now, you can visit your representative and senators when they're home in the state, or you can make a trip to Washington on your own to make the visit. But I recommend that the best way to ensure that you're seen and heard is to attend ACTE's National Policy Seminar, which occurs each spring. At this event, you'll join approximately 500 of your colleagues to learn more about advocacy and legislative policy. And ACTE staff and information sessions will ensure that your visit is a success. There are several things that you're going to need to do in order to prepare for your visit. The first thing I recommend is calling at least a month in advance to make an appointment with your legislator. Offices do get busy. Second, make sure that you bring printed materials that make the case for the points that you're speaking about. And bring data as well that relates to your local community and state. Finally, I'd want to make sure that you bring a personal story or situation that links back to that data so that members understand from a personal point of view what the data means. CTE students are a great way to really make this point. They are living the CTE, the Career and Technical Education experience, and they're often great advocates. Finally, make sure that you discuss with other people, if you're coming in a group, what each of your roles will be, so that there's no miscommunication once you get into the meeting room. Congressional offices are located on Capitol Hill. I recommend taking Metro Rail, which is Washington's subway system. It's the most convenient and economical way of getting up here. Be sure to arrive a few minutes early for your appointment, because you'll have to go through security in the Capitol and the Senate and House office buildings. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be meeting with Congressman Phil English as a constituent from his district. I have an appointment with Kelly Lavin, his legislative aide. Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Steve DeWitt, and I'm here to meet with Kelly Lavin.
Okay, just one moment.
Thank you. Often you'll meet with legislative aides rather than the member of Congress themselves. This is normal procedure, so don't feel like your voice is not being heard. These legislative staff are important links to the senator and representative.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you. And thanks for meeting with me, Kelly. My name is Steve DeWitt, and I am a career and technical education teacher from Lake High School in Erie, Pennsylvania. And I know you don't have a lot of time. I know how busy your schedule is, so I just wanted to get right into the meeting.
Oh, great.
Are you familiar with the term career and technical education, first of all?
A little. Is it similar to VOTech education?
Yes, basically the same terminology. Career and technical education is what people are using today. It's the preferred terminology because we think it conveys a little more of what these courses are doing, which is putting students on a career track from secondary to post-secondary in the workforce. One of the things I wanted to talk about, well, let me also tell you that the types of courses that career and technical education covers is a broad spectrum. It can be anything from more traditional courses like culinary arts to something like biotechnology, engineering, those types of fields. Anything that teaches the students applied skills and also kind of reinforces the academic skills that they learn in their core academic classes. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is the Federal Perkins Career and Technical Education Act.
Okay.
And as you probably know, that's the main source of funds for our programs from the federal level. And this chart I brought with me shows the amount of funding that we receive from the federal sources at the state level and the local level. So as you can see, the amount of funding has decreased over the last few years. I just wanted to talk a little bit about one particular student in my school who has progressed and has really been helped by these funds. And his name is Diego, and he came to our school about 2 or 3 years ago. He really did not have an interest in academics. He didn't have a great understanding or appreciation for those classes. But a career counselor advised him to take a few classes that looked interesting to him, that were skills training, that applied learning, and a better understanding of the core academics that he would need in life as well. So he tried culinary arts and marketing, and he really latched onto that, and it was a real interest for him and a joy to see him get involved in school once again. As a result, his grades improved dramatically. He signed up at the local community college to take courses there, and he's about to graduate not only with his high school diploma, but also with his associate's degree from the local community college at the same time. So as you can see, this program is really instrumental in helping him stay in school, get engaged, and go on to post-secondary education. As a result, he's probably now going on to 4-year college. He's planning that, and he wants to open his own business.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. I thought I would just leave that story with you in case the congressman wants to use it. I know he often makes remarks and has been a supporter of career and technical education. One other piece I wanted to leave with you is this issue brief that the Association for Career and Technical Education did, and I'm a member of that association. That brief talks about the dropout issue and more from a global perspective rather than the story I just told you, but it's got some data in there and research to back up what I was saying.
Oh, good. Do you happen to have the dropout rates for my boss's district?
You know, I should have brought that with me, but I don't have it. But I'll be happy to go back and talk to our school district and get those numbers for you.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks.
Sure. I've got a little more information in here that I'm going to leave you. I know we're pressed for time today, but I guess finally I just wanted to ask if the congressman could support an increase in Perkins funding.
Okay. Well, unfortunately he couldn't meet with you today. You got me. So I'll have to discuss this issue with him directly. He has supported in the past. But I have to chat with him to see if he'll further support in the future.
Ure. Well, I appreciate that. And if you don't mind, I'll probably follow up with you in a week or two.
That would be great. I'll give you my card, and you can contact me via email. That's fine. That's what we're here for.
Great. Well, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for coming down.
And I hope you'll visit us in the district.
We'll definitely try.
Great. I hope this demonstration was informative. Remember, members of Congress work for you, and they'll be looking forward to your meetings so that they can improve federal policies. ACTE also wants to be supportive as you make your meetings, and we urge you to go on to the advocacy pages of the ACTE website. Good luck!